You need to sell some of them. You're wasting all your time and money on models. Paint what you have.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Model Club TV episode 37. Holy cow.
37.
How are you, Scott?
I'm holidayed out.
Me too.
Here we go.
Yeah.
The long silent
the
pause.
long silent pause.
This is great.
This is going to be a great
4
episode.
hours of him going.
Yeah. So
what's new, Jason?
Well, I survived COVID.
So far.
So we'll talk about that here for a second. If I was short with anybody on email or text message, it's because I was on the couch, not feeling well.
It's because he's a jag. Okay.
That too. But mostly because I wasn't feeling well.
This whole show was ready to go down the drain. Okay. Because if he'd have dropped dead on us, he wouldn't give me the password. Okay. I would have had no access to anything.
No, I have them. I have the passwords for you. I do. They're there.
So,
they're in a vault.
So he'd have been on his deathbed, and I'd have been like,
no, didn't I say
the oxygen tube going, what's the password now?
No. What did you say? I texted you. I said I was going to swallow him, and you were going to have to dig him out of my stomach. And what did you say?
I think I said something like, I'll enjoy gutting your dead carcass for them. Yes.
That's what you said, actually.
Yeah.
So I had COVID. My quarantine was officially up. We're recording this. What day is today? Monday?
Yeah, you should have a mask on so I don't get it.
Today's the 27th, and my Christmas Day was my final day. I was feeling a little better before that. I can't talk about what I did because YouTube would take down the video. So the medicine I took, I think, really helped me. Jamie, my girlfriend, also tested positive shortly after, but she never really had a symptom at all. And she took a different medication we can't talk about on here, but she never had a fever, never had anything. No, it wasn't that.
Just kidding.
I wish it was. But yeah,
too.
I normally have a very low body temperature of like 96.5 usually. And so I think the highest my temperature ever got was 100.2. So for me, that's pretty high. But after that, it just kind of stayed 99. And yeah, so you can still hear it in my voice a little bit. I'm really tired, but I lived, much to the chagrin of many, especially you. And then Christmas night.
No, we'll just hold on. When all he was hoping for when I was in the hospital with the cancer operation is die. I hope this fat bastard dies so that I can get somebody that doesn't make fun of me all the time. Okay. That's all that was going on. But anyway, I have questions.
Okay. Questions. Go.
So do you feel you probably had the Omicron variant?
I don't know. Maybe because it wasn't that like, I have asthma, so it wasn't very severe. I was okay most of the time. It hasn't really, my chest kind of, here's the weird thing. I think I've now had COVID twice. And the first time I had it was right in the very beginning of January 20. And it was the same thing. But every time I normally get sick, it goes to my lungs where I almost get pneumonia every time I get a cold or something. And both of these times now that I've been sick, it stayed here. And it's gone to my chest a little bit since, but yeah, it was.
So there's still hope.
Yeah, there's still hope. Well, I have to get my vaccine now.
Yeah.
So
here it goes.
I could have my heart attack.
Bastard.
I could have my heart attack and die after that. So
yeah, sure.
Yeah. So you know what? We might as well go all in. Well, there's been a lot going on with me with this, and so now that I have antibodies,
hold on, I'm out of focus. Hold on. I want to be in focus for this.
Yeah.
There we go.
So, yeah, I have to get my vaccine finally, now that I have antibodies, or I get fired from my job of 24 years. So that's one of the big things that's been going on in the background with me and work is there's been a big legal battle at work with the union and the governor and my work, and it's not been fun around here. So that's where we are.
Well, good.
Christmas night. I started eating. Well, thanks. I'm glad you're happy I'm alive. You can hear. I might die live on air. I'll just hit.
That would be awesome.
Make sure
that would blow the last episode up. Okay.
Jason has a heart attack live.
I remember watching, for whatever reason, I was watching Dancing with the Stars the night Marie Osmond collapsed, and all I was thinking is, like, if she dies on live TV, okay, this is going to be the most craziest thing in the world. So go ahead.
So Christmas night, I'm eating Nerds Rope, like the nerd candy gummy things, and I crack a tooth. It's just been nonstop last couple of days. Oh, William Shatner was in a car accident. I saw. Are you okay?
I hadn't heard that.
You didn't heard? Yes, heard he was.
No, I got to sign out and go look. Is he all right?
Check out. Yeah, I think he's okay. So I thought of you. Anyway, how was your Christmas?
He's safer in space. You in a car crash? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's our news. Sorry, William Shatner, 90.
Upset. Sorry, I'm a little upset. Yeah, it must not be too big of a deal here. Anyway, okay, yeah, go ahead.
How was Christmas for you?
How was Christmas? Well, first of all,
you had some of the COVID going around too, though, right?
Yeah, the wife and I ended up hosting both holidays for the kids because her brother-in-law got COVID, and her sister was supposed to host Christmas Eve, and my stepdaughter was supposed to host Christmas Day, and she got COVID as well. So we ended up with everyone here.
Yeah.
Which is, anybody that knows me knows that that's my favorite thing in the whole world.
Is this sarcasm?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, paint me sarcastic. So anyway, but Christmas, what I do want to say is we had a couple listeners, well, especially to me, but to Jason as well, that were really generous. And when I say really generous, I get a box from the Worthlings, and oh wait. I get a box from the Worthlings. You ready? Do you want me to wait?
No, go ahead.
Okay. And I thought last year when he sent me a Christmas card that was pretty cool. His business card was in it, but I still thought it was a nice gesture. Okay. So this year I get a box and I'm like, is he sending us something for a giveaway or something?
That's what I thought too.
And he sent me, knowing my love of Universal Monsters, this cool Frankenstein monster bust.
That's awesome.
And he was worried that I might have it, I think, but I didn't.
Let me grab mine. It's right here. Sorry.
I don't have to paint it. And then there he goes. Who cares? Then I was sitting here thinking, oh, cool. I got something that Jason didn't get. Well,
I got Misfits.
Look at that. That's cool too.
Yeah.
And I was just saying while you were off camera that here I was thinking, oh, cool. They like me better because I got something that Jason didn't get. But yet here we are. We each got I hope mine cost $1 more. So, and I was touched because I was told that Shanna herself picked that out. Yeah, that's a good place for it. Watch that go down on live TV. So, thank you, Shanna, for thinking of us.
Yes, thank you.
And also, just for the record, we're recording this on Shanna's birthday, the 27th. And I can't believe she's 30 already. And yay, Shanna, birthday.
Happy birthday.
So I got that. Our friend Jamie Sy, who's our 3D printing guru, sent both Jason and I, and he's given us some stuff for giveaways and stuff.
Dude, if it weren't for Jamie, we would have killed someone.
Yeah, or each other.
Or each other.
Yes. So Anyway, he sent us a little box of
Right here.
filaments and sent us both the same thing. Although he put a dime in my box so that I could feel that he spent more on me. No, he didn't. It's a joke. So we got that. And a touching thing is everyone knows, Phil Tupka emails us almost every episode. And I got a box from Phil, and it's a teeny little box. And he wrote me a note, which I can't find. I know I saved it, but I can't find it this second. Basically saying that when Jason was showing some stuff for the giveaway last time, he showed the It from It Conquered the World, little super deformed.
Yep.
And I really like that. I got to have one of those. So my friend Phil sent me his.
And where did he get his?
And that Jason had printed and sent to him because he was a B movie monster fan.
Yeah.
So Phil sent me that, and that goes up on my little shelf here.
So it went from here to the West Coast and back to here.
And Phil's hoping Jason will print him another one and send it to him, so he'll have his own. And if Jason doesn't, Phil, I will. So, but thank you very much. It was a very thoughtful gift.
It was.
So,
I got this from a listener.
Oh boy, you got something I didn't?
I did.
Oh boy,
I won't tell you who it's from though. It's from Uncle, my crazy uncle.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to hang it up yet because of COVID. That is very cool. Thank you, CG.
Yeah, thanks, CG. Mm-hmm.
Ha ha.
It's all right. Next year he'll have to send me something and you nothing.
That's true. That is true. So that's the extent. I got this shirt from Jamie. This is from What We Do in the Shadows. You ever watch that show? So good.
No.
Oh.
No. Of course I don't.
Oh, you know what else I got?
Mm-hmm.
Since we're showing stuff off. Not this time. Vinyl The Crow score, which is the best, I think one of the best scores of any motion picture ever. So happy I got that. But anyway, that was a birthday thing for myself.
Albums.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
you know what I got?
What?
Ready?
That's awesome.
I am a Frito Bendito.
Oh my god, that's so good.
This is a vintage Frito Bendito eraser. And I mentioned it to my stepdaughter, and she found one, I guess, on eBay or somewhere. And
wait, you mentioned a Frito Bandito eraser? Or
yeah,
Frito
we were talking
Bandito
about mascots and stuff, how politically incorrect they were. And I told him how I always had one of those and I always liked them. And so there you go. I've got a Frito Bandito.
I call my Mexican friend, I call him Frito Bandito all the time.
For all our Latino listeners, send those emails to Jason at modelclubtv@gmail.com. And
hey,
yeah,
it's all
leave
good
all
fun.
Messages.
He calls me names too.
And I got some nice messages too. So I don't know if you did or not.
We did.
Even from that jerk Brian Clark.
Oh man. Oh, that reminds me. I don't think we got any voicemails. Might be recording too early. But anyway, let's do our giveaway, Scott.
Our giveaway.
Should I pull this down? Nah, I don't need
the Force, Luke.
We are giving away a Luke from Stan Arts. We got some people that sent in some pictures of their Han on TT, Han on Tauntaun. We are giving away the Luke add-on kit, the expansion pack, if you will, for that model kit. It is beautifully sculpted, beautifully cast from Stan Arts. And to one lucky winner.
And do you know, I can't, whoa, I want to go on record as saying, I can't wait to meet these people in person because they are just so nice. It's amazing.
I hope they feel the same afterwards. They still talk to
right. His wife's so nice. We're gonna get her loaded. Let's see if we can get her loaded. So
Okay, here we go. Ready?
I'm ready.
Frank Fernandez.
Oh, that's Fernandez. Great. I'm sure you insulted him about 3 minutes ago, so I'm glad he won.
You're assuming.
I am assuming, Frank. I'm sorry.
Frank Fernandez. You have won the Luke. We'll get back to you. Or send us an email at modelclub at... Ooh, that's the voicemail number. Let me try this again.
Here we go. Mumble's got COVID now.
Modelclub at TV.
Mumbles.
Modelclubtv at gmail.com. Send us... I'll just get back to him. I'll just edit that out.
Yeah. What are you drinking out of there?
Tea.
You know, can we look at the mug? That's nice.
Do you know what TV show that's from?
I do not.
Jamie got me this. This is a Curb Your Enthusiasm mug.
That's great. I hope you choke on it. I hope you swallow a tea bag. Your first time.
All right, everybody. So news and reviews. We do not have a guest this episode. We knew it was going to be kind of hard to fit somebody in with the holiday coming up, and and then I got sick, so it's just Scott and I this episode, and we're going to keep it nice and easy. But we got our giveaway. We have nothing to give away this episode, so our viewership is going to just crash.
It's going to tank.
But
first off, I want to thank all the guys that came on last time.
Yes.
The amount of views we got on that episode and the positive feedback we got on that episode was
I haven't
fantastic.
even checked. I've been
like
so
710 views or something.
Yeah, I got sick like the day, like when that thing posted is when I started not feeling well.
So thanks to Paul Gill, Mark Van Tyne, Mike Calvert, and Jeff Yagher.
Yep.
Yes. For coming on all at the same time and going through the craziness.
It's funny. Jeff's Seinfeld episode was on the other night, and I was like, "Oh, hey."
Was it?
Yeah.
So but it was great, and again, thanks to all those guys. It was a good time.
Yeah, and I definitely want to have everybody back on their own. I think that would be really cool. So,
and since then, apparently Paul's washed his hands of us because I have no pictures of the dog, and
it's holiday. It's
I have
holiday.
nothing new.
It's holiday.
I'm just kidding. I am just kidding. Paul texted me Merry Christmas, and I texted him back the other day. So all's well. I'm just kidding. But got no booblik picture here this week. So I'll put a picture of my dog up.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the other thing. How's your dog? Because we had that going on, and then I had that COVID going on, and you had dog stuff.
My dog's doing better. They over medicated him, but he's doing better now.
Good.
And he's stopped peeing in the house, which was the big one for me.
Have you stopped? Well, no.
Well, I got tired of sucking it all up with a straw. Oh, you're gonna make a face after you eat out of the garbage. Come on.
I don't sip pee.
You would, Mister.
No, I wouldn't.
Traveling bondage. There's no telling what you did.
Oh God.
So
anyway, let's move on to news and reviews. Scott, you got a bunch of stuff. I have some stuff here at the end. Right. Just some stuff we found, some stuff coming out, and go.
So, new from Jeff Yagher is The Groomsman, and this is the companion piece to The Unhappy Couple, which was the Dr. Frankenstein and the Bride. This is called The Groomsmen, and these were originally Yagher classics from John Tucky. And Jeff's looking to get 25 commitments, and there's going to be a second head for the monster, an alternative head for the monster. And Jeff's looking for the total cost of the kit for the two kits is going to be $275. He wants $150 deposit. And then the other $125 in the shipping and handling will be due once the kit is ready to ship. And we'll put Jeff's email down here, and this is also his PayPal. And if you want to PayPal them, just put gift and for the groomsmen. And so we'll put that down there and get that going. But that's a, it's one, it's a big diorama when the 4 figures are together. So
very cool.
There you go.
Very cool.
The next piece we previewed a sketch of and some of the sculpt.
Oh, cool.
And this is the newest from the Halloween Nightmare. And this is the first of the B movie that we talked about coming from Garage Kid Colors US. And this is Whack-A-Mole. And as you can see by this first picture, there's 2 different mole men. One's with a bag of candy. One's got the pumpkin over his head. And the kid's got a Thor costume on. I imagine those are big yellow rain boots. I can't wait to see Jim Capone's build up on that.
Yeah,
that'll be the next, and that's sculpted by Sean Kyle. And watch Garage Kit US Colors for more details as to when it's coming out. I'm assuming around Wonderfest, but maybe before.
Yeah.
So, and this next piece is one that I think I saw at Wonderfest, but for whatever reason, and this is part of the Denizens of Zoe series.
Yeah, okay.
And this is the Spiderbot, and sculpted by Jim Maddox. This one's built and painted by Jim Capone. And when I went looking for the Whack-A-Mole pictures, I found this, and I was like, I don't remember seeing this, but I'm sure I did. But
I don't remember seeing this. It's
Jim Capone. I wonder if we could get him to come on, because he is one of the best painters out there.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, he is just. I've always liked the stuff. The stuff he's done for Jesse is always beautiful.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And Jim's just a heck of a nice guy. If you ever, I don't know him well, but I have spoken to him a few times, and he's just a really nice guy. So
that's a really cool piece. I like that. Okay.
And then from my good friend, Well Winner.
From
our 3D printing STL guys. Another one of the Mighty Heroes, Tornado Man. I think he's got them all now. And I meant to show this Pink Panther last episode, but here it is, Pink Panther and the Inspector. And if I haven't bought that one yet, I know I'm going to, the Pink Panther one for sure. And then he's got 2 more kits here, Studio Wars and the Great Kazoo. And what's funny is I mentioned to him, now I don't know if he had this in the works or not. I literally mentioned to him the Great Kazoo about 4 days ago, and like 2 days later, he sent me a picture of this. Saying, this is coming.
Here we are. You're taking credit for it again. Yep.
No, I'm not taking credit. I just, it's crazy. But I will give credit. I guess the Studio Wars was a idea of his son's.
Cool.
And I like the fact that, like, you've got Bugs Bunny reaching for the Oscar, Mickey Mouse has the
and Woody's up there, and Crash Bandicoot,
the Gauntlet, Crash Bandicoot, Woody Woodpecker, the Amblin kid that's always fishing on the moon. So,
that's what that is. Okay, I was like, what is that at first?
Yep. So, really cool idea from his 12-year-old son. Kudos to him.
So wait, Crash Bandicoot's Sony. What's Woody Woodpecker?
Universal.
Disney, Warner Brothers, Amblin. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So, really cool. And the last one.
I love Pebbles and Bam Bam.
Do you really?
I do.
Just let the sun shine in. Remember that episode when they were singing?
So not this Pebbles, because that'd be a total weirdo. But when I was a kid, I had the biggest crush
Pebbles.
on Pebbles, man. Like, damn.
The older Pebbles.
Yeah. I had a crush on Cindy Brady as well. Wait, here's a story for the record books. You ready for this?
Here we go. This is going to be good. That's right.
If you ever meet my grandmother, who's now 96, 95.
I can't wait to meet your grandmother.
First thing she tells everybody is that when I was a kid, this is stupid. Why am I even saying this? I always wanted to play Brady Bunch, and I always wanted to be Cindy Brady. And I think it's because I thought she was cute, and I was like,
That's not why. That's not why. That's not
Anyway, okay. I should pretend to be
why. And
Dorothy.
there's nothing wrong with wanting to change. Okay. I'm just saying.
Oh man. All right.
So anyway, those pieces from Well.
Yeah, those are cool.
Man, he's got like 63 pieces up there now.
I mean, just in the time you started following him, he's like doubled, right? More than that. Like in the amount of stuff he's got. He's been like really.
And some of it, he's got a couple things that are in groups, but I think if you ask him that you just want one character in the group, he'll split it up and put that character up there. But yeah, I think I'm all caught up with him except for definitely the Kazoo and the Pink Panther, maybe the Pebbles and Bam Bam. I wasn't a huge Flintstones fan, but I did like Kazoo. I remember liking because he'd call those guys dum dums, and so
hello dum dums.
I'm just so far behind in printing.
Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. We will. What I found, the only things I really have are from a Patreon, and I've started following it. I talked about this the last episode, how in terms of 3D sculptors, digital sculptors, and the turnaround time. This is from that show Arcane that I was talking about, and these are two of the figures from that show. This is Jinx, and I really I love this sculpture. And this is Carlos Eduardo is the sculptor, and if you want to follow him, his Patreon is CA_3D_art. I'll put a link up for that, but that's his Patreon. And I follow him on Facebook because I really like his sculptures. But he posted this picture and I was like, this is the best. It's like absolutely nails the character. And then and it's the same problem you and I both have with a lot of the digital sculptors is when they make a logo or a tattoo, like the S on Superman's chest. It's usually this is Scott's biggest pet peeve. So sculptors, and it's mine as well. Like they make it so that it's easier to paint, but what do they knock it out like a 1/4 of an inch off the chest sometimes?
Even a 1/16 of an inch on a 1/6 scale figure.
It's crazy.
It doesn't look.
It does not look real. And so he kind of, when I first saw this, I was like, this is awesome. And then he did the tattoos like that. So she had tattoos down her right arm and down her side. And you can kind of see in this picture, and he popped them off the skin by like 1/8 of an inch. And I was like, no. But then I talked to him. I was like, hey man, if you could just sink those in. And he totally did. So I was like, I'm joining, hands down. So he sunk the tattoos into her skin so they're more scribed in. It makes them still easy to paint, but makes it look a little more natural. So he has Jinx coming out with his current release for Patreon. I think you can still jump in there on that. And he also has Violet from the show, which is the next one coming out. And beautiful work. Beautiful work. Okay. Are you yawning over mine? I never yawn over your cartoons.
Cartoons are interesting.
Oh, anyway, God. And then I decided to try and jump in on
these. These are really nice.
So they are. They're beautiful sculptures. So from Mega is his name, which is VX Labs. If you look up them on Facebook, or I'll put a link here as well, the website. This is Agent Carter, and I jumped in on the fundraiser for this, which is going to allow me to sell copies of this, which I will have at Wonderfest. So I'm going to print up a few of them. If anybody wants one, let me know. I haven't figured out price or anything yet, but I will have these. And I think this is just an amazing, even though I'm not a huge Marvel fan by any means. I just think this is a really cool, just like classic spy looking army chick. Like it's just really nice.
And I noticed I noticed he sculpted the couple different versions here.
Yeah, there are a bunch of versions. There is I think he does this with all his pieces. There's the safe for work version and the not so safe for work version. And I think there are a couple different bases. You can get the base with the name on it and not on there. But I really like this sculpture. So I will have this at Wonderfest if you're interested. And
I would say if you're interested, let them know which one you're interested in as well.
Because I'm going to have different parts available and we'll see.
How does it break down? Like, is the scene,
it seems at her,
at the same place
at the waist. Yeah, so it's easier to take apart. But yeah, that's all I got in terms of stuff I found, stuff I got, stuff that's new. There's an email about Patreon. I'll talk about that a little bit later, but there's some good stuff out there. Anyway, the workbench, Scott.
The workbench. Well, so as everyone knows, Jason and I, resin printing wasn't enough of a nightmare. So we decided to try our hand at filament printing.
With the help of Jamie Sy.
FDM. Well, with the help of and the push by Jamie Sy with the, here's the coupon where you can buy this $100 machine and then buy another $100 worth of upgrades.
Yeah.
So Jason built his right away, and I just built mine, last weekend?
Yeah. I built mine a month ago, I think.
So I was been running some prints, and this is the cube. Now, Jason took about 5 or 6 times to get his this good. Okay.
Why is everything a contest?
Mine came out great the first time. Okay. And then I printed my this is what they call the benchy. What's cool about this is it prints like this. There's not a single support on here. Let me see the bottom of your benchy. Let's see. How's it look? Can you read it real good? Let's see. Ooh, you can read yours.
Yeah,
good.
see, go to hell.
So go to hell. Yeah, but how many other benchies do you have in there?
I only have one. This one I did the other day. This one I just, because to use up filament, I did this one.
Okay. So anyway, so I started doing that. I got a little cocky.
Yeah, you did.
I started printing something else.
You did.
And something screwed up, and the tip just gouged into the build plate.
The best picture I've gotten in months.
Here's a photo of this, and I'm like, yeah, this can't be good,
No.
So here's a photo of that. And
so yeah, as you're finding out, it is a lot different than resin printing.
It's harder.
Yeah,
I know people aren't going to believe that, but
resin printing is more about the stuff I like, because it's easier for me to like placing supports and looking at it like that. My brain works that way. Whereas with this, it's numbers and balancing and measuring.
And so far, all I've printed is more parts for the printer.
I've been getting more. I had to take a break when I was sick, so I did print this. You see that black handle? So I sent you a picture of this yesterday, but this is how it works. So this is just a little. I'm gonna probably print a bunch of these and give them away to people. But it just slides over the back of your airbrush, and it kind of just knocks on there. And you just kind of you hold it like this now. My hand has been really cramping, like pinching. This is a lifesaver. I love this thing. It feels so nice in my hand now. It's just like amazing. So I know you don't use an airbrush, but
yeah, print one for your wiener. Well, so it feels nice in your hand.
Oh, it always feels nice.
Yeah, it probably should.
But I printed that,
Cindy,
on my. What else you been working on though? Anything?
No, it's crazy holiday time. Yeah. So I have to fix Tony's MOSFET for his motherboard. And for those of you that don't know, for the Saturn printer, this is a motherboard. Okay.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to flip this bad boy over. Okay. And I'm going to point to the other side. These are the MOSFETs. And I don't know if you can tell or not, these are small.
Yep.
And so this one is the one that goes bad. So I will remove this one and put a replacement on there and send that back to Tony. Even though they sent him a replacement, he'll have a spare.
Yeah. Let's put this here. Phil sent in another workbench video of his own. And then we'll come right back.
Hi guys. Here's another episode of What's on Phil's Workbench. This is a custom-built base, dioramic base that I'm doing for Dimensional Designs Outer Limits kit of the Energy Being from the episode It Crawled Out of the Woodwork. This is all scratch built. The ironwork gate was made from stock styrene. All the rest of it was made from pieces of resin. The base here, I lined a box with some plastic and then poured in a bunch of resin and pulled that out, and I'll be using some Magic Sculpt to sculpt in all the detail for that. Made all these lanterns, and I'm waiting for the Norco research facility sign to go up on there. Here's the figure that will end up going on each of them. Like I say, I'm building two of them, one for a guy in New York and one for myself. Here's mine. Mine is a little bit behind where the other one is. So that's what's on my workbench.
Oh, there's Phil's video.
Yay,
Phil. And his vertical camera work again. He did offer to send in I said forget it. But next time.
My wife got one of these digital frames.
Yeah.
And so it orients either way.
Okay.
Because most people take pictures with their camera in vertical, I put it vertical for her. But then the kids are starting to send some photos the other way, and so it kind of crops them. But I don't know what the best... that's what we should do. We should get one of these, and people can just ask us for the code, and they can just download right to the frame, and we can just watch their work.
Oh, you play it in the background? Nice.
Yeah.
My workbench, I've been finally getting... to... Why is that green color? That's gross. My baseball guy sent me... So I'm trying to get these baseball guys finished. They're not great sculptures, so they look kind of weird. And I'm trying to just finish these up. I have to redo to turn these into these Cleveland guys. And so I just cut off the logos, and then I have the freehand logos on there, and that's what's coming up next. I did also print. Here's Chun-Li's head. I did two of them.
Is it the guy from Pawn Stars?
No, that's Chun-Li.
Oh,
this
okay.
Is Chun-Li.
Same thing.
So I have two versions. The beach version, which is wearing a bikini. Those are her thighs. So that's where we're at on that.
Well, we got some 3D printing going on. Although the sale will be over. Shit. Never mind. It's ZBrush is on sale till the 28th, but this isn't gonna.
Yeah, that's my other thing.
So
I bought ZBrush.
I talked Jason into it with the what was it? 20% off?
Yeah. So I spent a lot of money on ZBrush. Anyway, here's my Chun-Li. I have to work on the... Look at that.
I knew that was going to happen.
I don't even want to look at it. Dude, I don't even want to look. How much money you want to bet? It's broke.
Well, duh.
It didn't break. Oh, shoot. All right.
He's a moron. You know that? He's a moron.
I am.
Okay. He's got COVID brain.
I do have COVID. That's a
I
thing.
COVID brain. He's going to sit there and mumble all of...
All right. So, moving on. Do you have any other workbench stuff?
No.
Okay. All right. Emails, voicemails, and corrections. Do we have any corrections from last episode, Scott?
Well, why don't you tell us about Sculpey?
I forgot about that. I
think we should
forgot
leave
all
that
about
out.
that. Okay, so Sculpey. I caught some hell for my Sculpey comment. And I will still say Sculpey sucks. But the Sculpey I am talking about is not the gray Sculpey. I'm talking about Super Sculpey, the flesh-colored stuff. I have never, ever, ever, ever had good luck with that. It's always crumbly.
But that's not to say there aren't people that do.
And there are people that do. Yes, I have the right to an opinion. I think it's terrible stuff. If you have to mix it with other things to make it viable, I don't think it's good stuff. It's just, there's better things out there, in my opinion. And the gray Sculpey is fine. It's the flesh-colored stuff that has terrible shelf life.
Is everybody looking? You're making my lazy eye go wonky. I hope you're happy.
Okay.
All right. I have no opinion on Sculpey. Use whatever works for you.
Exactly. Use what works best for you, and then leave me alone.
This is why people like me more. Magical.
Really? Do they really? You think they like you more?
We should have a poll. I wonder if we should have a poll. Who do you like more?
I'm not.
Have a secret Facebook poll. And then you'll go off, and if COVID don't kill you, you commit suicide. And I still won't have the pay.
I was close a couple times, so we're good. You ready for some emails?
I love emails.
Good morning, Jason. This is from Uncle Marty in a row. Please do forgive me for being so late in responding to your recent reply. I am so sorry to read things that are difficult for your workplace. I do hope it's nothing too serious. I explained that earlier this episode. I have to sincerely thank you for my introduction to the wet palette technique. I made myself a homemade version, and man, what a wonder. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, this old guy is learning new techniques, which are pretty cool. Some work for me and others don't. Guess it's a trial and error thing as well. I've been experiencing washes as of late. To be honest with you, I never got the hang of washes, but I think I'm feeling more comfortable with them now. My biggest lesson was take your time, Marty. The time element is always a factor with me. Having a full-time job plus taking care of my wife and our new cat, well, it doesn't leave me much time to work on my creativity. But I decided to enjoy every little second I have to my passion, and you know what? I'm happy when I do so. Right now, working on John Dennett's Nosferatu. Nosferatu. It looks weird when you read it. Nosferatu, and I'm having such a blast rendering her. So far, as long as I don't F her up. Okay, little things I'd like to see on your show. Model Club TV, Jason. When you show what you're working on, let the project stay on camera. I, like many others, want to see the kit. You leave it on so little on camera. Please don't be shy. Yeah, I don't like showing stuff.
And I think this has been an issue since episode 1.
I know. It's when I'm showing my things, he's saying. I don't know. These baseball guys, I hate them. I don't like showing them. I promise, when I get something cool done, I will.
Why don't you show us a picture of you dressed up as Cindy Brady?
You know, I'm sure Spike will do that for us. You know.
Please, Spike. Please.
God damn it.
Oh, boy. You told on yourself.
And I want Scott to be...
Scott didn't ask to be anybody.
No, you're going to be somebody on the Brady Bunch.
Ooh, Alice?
Alice,
Yeah.
Yep, you're Alice. Or Dad Brady. Or no. What was
with the
butcher?
afro. Mike Brady with the afro.
Or the butcher.
Yeah, cutting your dead body for those pats.
Yeah, for the pats. Let's see what you're working on. No, not a rant. Just my take on something I wish I would see more of. Jason, you have so much talent. Show it off, buddy. You're right. I do need to show more stuff. I know your time is limited. Life gets in the way sometimes. Plus the fact that you do have to edit the show. Somebody finally recognizes the effort that I put in here. But I, for one, really appreciate what you and Scott are doing.
Wait, stop. Yeah, but you don't leave the pictures up there long enough. So apparently your editing isn't great. Go ahead.
He's talking about pictures of my work, not to
whatever. Go ahead. Sorry.
Appreciate what you and Scott are doing. I think it's a great show, and I look forward to each episode. Always learning, but most of all, having fun watching. Stay safe. Sending you positive energy, buddy. Old Uncle Marty. Thank you, Marty. My brain again. This is so weird.
I still owe Marty a 3D.
Yeah. What did he get back to you? What he wanted?
Yes, he wants the secret squirrel. So,
okay, cool. Oh, wet palette. Everybody try a wet palette. There's ways to make your own if you can't do it. The new one that I kickstarted is coming out from Game Envy. But I'll when that gets sent to me, I'm gonna put one on the show. I'm gonna reach out to them and see if I can get one to give away. I'd be
Game
willing
Envy.
to
Is
buy
that
one.
anything like Host Envy?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. I thought you'd
All right.
maybe buy me a wet palette for Christmas.
What?
I thought maybe you'd buy me a wet palette for Christmas.
I will. I'll get you one.
Whatever. I got Amazon.
It's not out yet. It's not out
I
yet.
don't need.
I'm waiting for that one to come out.
I don't need to.
From Phil. So from Phil. Happy holidays, guys. Well, gotta say, episode 36 was one of my least favorites. Like a few of the earlier Batman films, too many villains. Like you promised, I have each of them on in a future episode. It will be great to hear from them separately. My wife, Jan, sat through the whole episode with me, something she's never done, though I caught her nodding off a couple times, and she made the comment, there's so much talking over each other. She also said, tell everybody else to be quiet so she can enjoy Mike's accent. Concerning clay sculpting versus 3D sculpting or digital sculpting, though I like the results of both, it just seems that clay sculpting has a little more hands-on personal touch to it. Reminds me of when we went from mechanical drawing to CAD. In the discussion about model contests, the fact there are so many Gundam kits out there was mentioned. Have you browsed figure models on eBay lately? eBay changed things up again and added Gundam to the category. And I thought, though I appreciate those kits, I spend a lot of time scrolling past the little Gundam kits now. As far as entering model contests, I gave up on that a long time ago. Along with what you guys mentioned about lack of IPMS modelers who haven't a clue about the garage kit hobby, I got tired of having to dust all those damn trophies. I got to agree with the quality of kits. Casting is awesome now. If it's a crappy casting, it ain't going to sell nowadays unless you are selling an old relic you have in your stash that a buyer has a real hard on for. One last concern, like so many others are wondering, Scotty, when is the Galuna coming? Do I have to fly to Chicago to help you and Jason get that project done? So a couple things to tackle there. He did not like episode 36.
Okay. Phil. I'm going to bust you on this one, Phil. I love you, Phil. But in the episode 35, wasn't he the one that said, if you don't have nothing nice to say?
I'm not sure which, but that has come out of Phil's mouth or fingers.
That's okay, though. Phil is giving constructive criticism, and we appreciate that. And also,
I must say that most people like the episode. We got a lot of really good feedback. So
Phil also got, and I can't say anything bad. He sent me that awesome gift. But so talk bad about Jason all you want, Phil. It's okay. Phil sent me some video and a lot of pictures. They got snow up there.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like a lot of snow. And he said it's the most snow they've had since they moved to Oregon.
Really?
And they still have a winter storm advisory up there. And it wasn't, by what we get, it looked like maybe 4 or 5 inches, maybe max. But that's a lot for them up there. They're not prepared for that.
So you can't avoid the question. Galuna, Scott, Wonderfest.
We're hoping.
It's got to be there, dude.
John Deary has been sending some pictures of his molding technique for the bride, which is similar to Mark Brokaw's. And it's actually been very helpful to look at it and see it. So,
okay.
You never know. I may just take on molding that myself. At the end of January, my contract with work is up. And a lot of it's going to depend on what happens with that.
Okay.
So if they renew me, I'll just pay someone to do it.
Yeah. You can pay me to do it.
Great.
From Russell Roby. Banshee Studios UK. Sorry we missed the deadline for the last episode, but I'd like to show you guys our new release. Peter Cushing as Dr. Shrek from the Amicus movie Dr. Terror's House of Horrors. It's a quarter scale kit, 10 inches tall, 9-piece kit, and the base features the theme from each of the stories in the anthology: Creeping Vine, Werewolf, Vampire, Voodoo, Disembodied Hand, and comes with a COA.
Certificate of authenticity.
I know. I was just checking it. I was checking.
You checking me, COVID head.
And some other very nice extras included.
What's a COA?
Cost of appreciation. And some other very nice extras included also. Hope you like Sculpted by Russell Roby in the UK. Cool kit. And we got some pictures here. Great stuff. If you're interested, check out Banshee Studios. I'll put their information up as well. So I'm not going to read this entire email, but because it is long, I'm just going to, there's a lot.
Is that the one you forwarded me?
Yes, this is from Dan Cherney. And he sent us first of all, thank you for the amazingly detailed email. And I just want to say, first, let me say thanks for a really great show. I just discovered Model Club TV around episode 34 or so, and I'm doing a lot of catching up. I'm 63 years old and have been in the hobby at various levels for a very long time. I even helped to edit a few issues of the old Model and Toy Collector with Terry to give you an idea of my veteran status. My level of interest has been a various levels power of the years, but now that I'm officially retired and on disability, time seems to be everywhere, and it's given me the opportunity to beginning learning ZBrush, hone my sculpting and modeling skills, diving into 3D printing with my Elegoo Saturn, not to forget digging into my giant wall of kits that have been patiently waiting on me. Your show has been a really great slice of entertainment for me, and not only is your show very entertaining, but I'll even say that it's inspirational and educational. Holy shit, how did that happen?
We should be on PBS.
Yes, we should. But there's some really cool stuff in here. A tips and tricks section he has an idea for, which we were even talking about. So
I thought that was a great idea.
There are some great, some of the stuff we've done, but we are, we got some ideas that just haven't panned out that we want to do. And if you do have a tip or trick, if you could keep it in under a minute video,
maybe 2
minutes.
2.
Let's do that.
I don't know.
If you can keep it like a 2-minute video, send it in and we'll start that segment going. Well, maybe we'll and just throw them up when we get them, but it has to be short. Can't be like a 45-minute tip. Try and shoot for a minute. Your favorite tool, something that works. I think but he's got some really good suggestions in here. Thanks, Dan. We do appreciate it. And this was one of those emails I got while I was sick on the couch, and it was like, oh man, that's a lot to read.
So he sent it to me.
So I sent it to you, and then
I finally got an email, and I responded. And Dan may be my co-host once COVID gets, who.
Bitch, son of a bitch. From Chuck Hamoka, he sent us these. I'm starting to lose my voice here.
Here he goes.
Yep. Hope you get a break. Hope you get a break from school or work during the holidays. It really didn't happen. Here are a few books I saw and thought you might enjoy or get Scott for Christmas. I didn't get him shit.
We covered that already.
Yep. What'd you give me? What I thought.
Prayed for you when you had COVID.
So
it worked. You didn't die.
That's true. I have all these books here that he suggested. I'm going to put them up on the screen because everyone might be interested in checking out these books. The first one is Monster Kid Memories by Bob Burns, as told to Tom Weaver. Monster Kid Memories chronicles Bob Burns' role in science fiction and horror film history over the course of more than 65 years. Inside read all about Bob and his friendships with legendary science fiction producer, director George Pal, War of the Worlds Time Machine, Glenn Strange, the last of Universal's classic Frankenstein monsters, William Castle, King of the Gimmick horror movies, makeup legend Jack Pierce, the men who made the great Republic serials, Hollywood's great Gorilla Guy, Charlie Gamora, and many more. So that's Monster Kid Memories. Then we have the Creature Chronicles, everything you ever wanted to know about the Gill Man and his mid-1950s career. It's collected in this book, Packed to the Gills, with hour-by-hour production histories, cast bios, analysis,
and
explorations.
McFarlane books.
Is it?
I think. And if it is, I have a couple the Universal horror movies, and another one's the films of Lugosi and Karloff. These things are like textbooks.
All right.
Okay, but they're real informative, but they're like
I'm going to check these out, actually. The next one is Movie Monsters in Scale, a modeler's gallery of science fiction and horror figures and dioramas by Mark Galassi. This book showcased stunningly realistic and wonderfully posed models and dioramas depicting various characters and scenes from science fiction and horror cinema. The models and dioramas are presented in chronological order, starting with silent films from 1910 and 1927, then the classic films from the 30s and 40s, including Universal Studios' Dracula, Frankenstein,
Right.
and Wolf.
So let's see how smart Jason is. Name the Frankenstein kid, and then who produced the base behind it.
This?
Yeah.
That's Billiken.
That's correct. It's a Billiken Frankenstein.
David Fisher.
That's right. I'm pretty sure that's Fisher's base back there.
Aha!
Yeah.
See, he tried to get me. And then the
Okay,
final
name
one
all
is
three Creature movies.
Creature from Black Lagoon, Creature Walks Among Us, Revenge of the Creature.
Very good. Okay.
See, go to hell. Name. Nah, we won't. And the final one is Universal Studios Monsters from the 1920s through the 50s. Universal Studios Hollywood was #1 studio horror picture. So another great book. Check
I have
these
that
out.
book.
You have that book? Is it good?
Yeah, I have that book.
Cool. So thanks, Chuck, for the suggestions on the reading. I love good.
Ask me if I've read that book.
Have you read that book?
No, I don't even know that I cracked that book open. Sometimes I'll look at my bookshelf and I'll take a book down and go, and I'll start going through it and go, I don't think I ever opened this book.
That happens to me too. I'll look at it once and put it up because I buy a lot of art books and stuff. So I'll look through it and then I'll put it up and then.
And I don't know if I've got the Monster Kid Memories book or not.
And we have our final email is another one from Dan Cherney again. And Dan mentioned in his first email that he got a Saturn and he's, learning ZBrush and doing all this stuff. He said, Jason and Scott, which Patreon accounts do you currently patronize? And also, do you have your eyes on possibly joining? So Scott, who do you, you can say, because maybe he hasn't watched a lot of it. Who do you follow in terms of sculptors for printing?
I'm real basic. I joined this one. It was PlayKit, PLAKIT. And it's $5 a month. And I just haven't downloaded all of them. But he gives you access to all his stuff. Says you can print it. Says you can sell it. And they're kind of like in the Funko style. But he does things from Hanna-Barbera cartoons. As a matter of fact, Terry wants a set of the Herculoids. I got to get those printing for Terry. To, recent, more current stuff. What's the show with, looks like they got the PlayStation logos on their head with the hoods and all that.
Squid Games.
Yeah. So, all over the place. But they're kind of in the Funko style. And so I'm giving him $5 a month because he's got so much that I want to take that, it's been probably 6 months, so if he gets $30-$40 from me, it's worth it for what I'm going to download. So,
yeah. And,
and then as far as sculptors I follow, definitely I've developed actually a friendship with and great guy, friend of mine actually hired him to sculpt their company mascot and is very happy with the work Well's done so far. So that's cool. I've been able to get him some work and hopefully some customers. So,
I am a bit of a Patreon problem child at this point. I am currently 5 Patreons I'm part of. I got rid of one of them. I was on Wicked, which was a DC based, like DC characters. They do some pretty cool stuff.
I thought Berserk was through DC.
Oh yeah, Berserk is DC. Wicked is Marvel.
It is Marvel.
Right.
Same
so
guy.
I was on, same guy, but they do 2 separate ones. And I kind of fell off that one because the characters that were coming weren't stuff I was that interested in. So currently Prey STL collection of PREY. He does some pretty cool stuff. Some like this month's is. He does a lot of Ninja Turtles. He does some StarCraft stuff. He does the Tick. He has a Tick coming out right now.
I saw that. That was pretty cool.
He has a Predator last couple months. But he does some really nice stuff. A lot of 90s kind of comic book stuff. I do Nom Nom Figures, which is a lot of anime-based stuff on Patreon. And they give out usually around 4 things a month. So I think that's well worth it. 2 chibi style and 2 regular size figures. I do ritual casting on Patreon, which is...
So explain chibi style. Would you say that's more like a fun
super it's like a super deformed kind of Japanese style. And then I do ritual casting, which is like female scopes, but like badass stuff.
Cindy Brady. It's waiting for somebody to do that STL as Cindy Brady.
And then I do the new one this month was the CA 3D art, Carlos Eduardo. He does some really good female superhero stuff. And I want to go back and get his Poison Ivy because when I finally saw that, I was like, oh, man. And then the final one that I'm on is Lord of the Print on Tribes over on My Mini Factory. So, and that's a lot of like original like fantasy monsters and stuff and tons of dragons. If you're into dragons, Lord of the Print is the way to go. There are some really cool stuff.
Are you going to print that dragon that everyone's printing just to see if it'll print?
Oh, the FDM dragon?
Dragon, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of want to do that.
I kind of want to do one too.
Yep.
I want to do it in filament though. I don't want to do it in resin. It's not really meant to do in resin.
No.
I guess some guys have done it, but
yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be a headache. But that's all I got. I mean, that's our email, Scott. That's our episode. This is going to be a short one for sure. And we kind of wanted it that way for this one.
Merry New Year.
Yep. Happy New Year to everybody. This will be coming out the day before that. So
beef jerky?
Our
you
next
don't get
episode.
Those references, do you? Do you get those two references?
No.
Really?
What is that?
Trading Places.
Oh, Merry New Year. Yes.
Merry New Year. Oh,
wait, I thought jerky? I thought that was
Eddie Murphy.
Coming to America. Merry New Year.
No, Merry New Year was Trading Places. 90s boy.
I know. No, I remember watching that. Where they bet for $1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. January guests coming up. We have some guests lined up. We have our digital sculptor coming up in January. I'm going to reach out to somebody I talked to at Wonderfest, and there's a couple other people we want to get on here. So guests are coming. You won't be stuck with Scott and I much longer.
Yep.
I think that's all we got, Scott.
That's all we got. I'm going to try to get Cipriano on here again just cause he hates it. Let's try to get him on here again. Plug his class, which, by the way, they're running constant sales over there. I don't know if it's on his class or not, but the Art of Aaron Blaise, I think, Blaise, do a search. But
hey, I forgot about this. Check out what Jamie got me for Christmas.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, she found it at some antique store.
Is it the whole magazine or just the cover?
No, just the cover. Like someone made a print of it, I think.
Okay, that is cool. I always thought that was always one of my favorite covers.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's a Don Post mask, I think, with the Frankenstein thing.
And look, I haven't cut my hair, everybody. This is the longest you're ever going to see my hair.
What's the matter, Cindy? You can't grow your hair long.
Okay, goodbye. All right, goodbye, everyone. Have a great... We're going to have we have a very long gallery here at the end. We have some really good stuff from Kendall Conniff, his Grim Reaper diorama. Golia Sterling sent in her Thor that she won from us. She's just starting painting kits, and we have some other stuff in there. So enjoy the Why do I say users? Viewers gallery here at the end. Some really cool kits in there. And we'll see you next time.
Next year.
See you next year. See you next.
22.
Bye. recording.
Recording now. Great. Here we fucking go. Wait, hold on. I got cleaner over here. What the fuck? Jesus. Look, my salt shaker. Look, my salt shaker. You straighten up. You know, God forbid I should have done this prior. Okay.
All right, we ready?
Oh, I can't wait.